What's up, everybody? Ricky Widmer here, along with Johnny Karlic. Johnny's not going to say it. I got to set him up, guys. Hey, Johnny, should grab one of these swords because winter's here.
I'm better with a hammer.
Yeah. A little Gendry action going on here. We are talking about episode 5 of Game of Thrones Season 7. We're looking at Eastwatch. First off, thank you guys, if you're on YouTube, for checking out the reaction today. And Johnny, we got a ton of stuff to talk about.
Oh, yeah, way
the Lannisters,
too much.
There's some Lannister action going on. We've got finally John skips over Winterfell, finally leaves Daenerys's camp.
Finally gets out.
They're going beyond the wall. They're going to fight the White Walker army. We've got Samwell and his kind of story progressing. We've got Arya and Littlefinger, Arya and Sansa, a ton of stuff. But what I want to start with, and I know everyone's going to be like, start with the ending. We will get to Jon beyond the wall. I want to start with the Lannisters.
Yes.
More so, Cersei and Jaime. Because this was an episode that threw me through a loop when it came to them. Because first, Jaime comes back. He has to come back to King's Landing post the attack that we saw in episode 4. And he tells her that, you know what, it wasn't Tyrion that killed Joffrey. It was the Tyrells, Lady Tyrell, that killed Joffrey. And Cersei hit him with the fucking savage line where she's like, she should have burned and she should have suffered.
I shouldn't have listened to you.
And, well, not that.
No.
The point where she goes, I will do what I want and a soldier will listen. Basically telling Jaime, I don't see you as a brother anymore. You are a soldier.
I think that was the part more so about the dragons and not about Lady Tyrell.
But it was after.
But the first one
because
she says,
that got her angry. Though.
Yeah, that got her angry with him. And the first thing she says to him for that moment when they were talking about Lady Tyrell is that I shouldn't have listened to you.
Yeah.
She's pissed living it.
But
then they start talking about
that wasn't the dagger line. The dagger line was the one we left with.
Yeah, after they started talking about the dragons and stuff like that.
Because he's like, we can't win, especially she has 3 of them.
Yeah, and she's like, well, it's either I die as the queen or I die bending a knee. And then it's like some stuff about the dragons. It's like, as a queen, I know,
as a queen, what do I want? What choice I want to make? Either fight or bend a knee and die. Bend a knee and die or fight and die.
Yeah, basically, in essence, like you said, she got to the point of, you're not at that moment, you're not my brother, you're a soldier.
Yeah, and that's basically the line that she went. And I was like, ooh, right after, I'm like, oh,
damn.
Savage Cersei. Cersei's savage. And
just stabbing right there.
Completely flipping it, though, because Jaime goes and sees her again about Tyrion. Cersei, I don't know how to gauge her, because at first she's like, you should kill Bronn. You should have him killed. He brought you to Tyrion without letting you know. And then she goes, oh, but wait, I already knew that. The queen knows all. Everything that goes on in the city, I know. So Jaime's like, so you knew I met with Tyrion. And then she hits him with the killer news that she's pregnant with their baby.
Yep. Another
incest baby.
Incest baby.
You can put it on the board, yes. But we have another child, and really that just brought them together. And I'm like, ooh, the first thing I thought of, Johnny, was, ooh, this is going to be painful. You want to know why it's going to be painful?
Why is it going to be painful?
This is getting into Ricky prediction mode here, but I am under the impression that when Cersei finally dies, because I don't think she's going to live out past season 8, when she dies, I believe that Jaime's going to be the one to kill her. But now, because of how everything is going, I bet you that if Jaime's the one to kill her, now it adds another moral dilemma of, not only am I putting the sword through her, I'm putting the sword through my own child.
Yeah, no, that's a hard choice to make, if that's correct. As you said.
Don't think so, I'm assuming.
I don't think so 100%. Yeah, it does add a moral dilemma, and you can see kind of the conflict in his head. At the same time, he is batshit crazy about her in the weirdest way. Everything
foreshadowing to me leads up to that. You want to know why? not only
hit me with it.
Not only is Jaime the Kingslayer, so it leads into him full circle with not only being the Kingslayer, but righting that wrong potentially and being the Queenslayer. Also, what is Cersei technically? I know that she's sleeping with her brother, but technically she's a what? That starts with a W. When a wife loses her husband, what is that called,
a widow.
Johnny? What sword is Jaime using?
The Widow's Wail.
Widow's
Wail, there you go.
Oh my God. The fucking foreshadowing and the clues. I'm just connecting the dots at this point. And I know that in Game of Thrones, you can try to connect the dots all you want, and then George R. R. Martin and everyone go, nope, this is what's going to happen.
Yeah, it's not like one of those connect the dot books, Ricky. It's more like...
It's more of my connect the dot book, and that's what I think is going to happen. I think that
Good
this
luck.
adds
best of luck to your...
Total moral dilemma to that, but also, how does this play out for the rest of the 2 seasons that we have? Well, really,
season and a half.
Season, not even. The
Not
season
even.
and 2 episodes.
Yeah, exactly.
That we have. We are... After this, down to 2 episodes, and we're done with season 7. We're done. What do you think this baby will play? What will the role be with a pregnant queen on the throne?
I mean, it's gonna. Right now, it's just bringing them together. Mm-hmm. You know what? I have no idea, honestly, right now, other than the fact that you can see in some of the things Jaime's thinking, the way his face is, the way his reactions are to things Cersei says. That he doesn't completely agree with what she's doing. Yeah. Even though he's like...
She's going mad. She's going crazy.
Slowly and surely, yeah. But
manipulative like crazy.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. She's like her father, but worse.
Very worse.
Yes. And the thing... I don't see Jaime killing her yet. I haven't had enough,
I'm saying before the end of the series.
Yeah, I just haven't seen enough... to where he's going to do it. He disagrees with her.
Yeah.
And I can see eventually driving something between them. Mm-hmm. But right now I don't see him killing her. I see way too many other things going on to take her off the throne. But as for him killing her, which you've been riding that one for a while, I feel like.
And I feel like these dots in my mind are... It's screaming at me.
I feel like George
R.
R. Martin's likes to do that, though.
It's screaming.
Lead you in that direction and say, nope.
The thing that's interesting, though, now is the series where we're at, we're past the books.
Oh,
we are past the books. So really, it's the show writers.
I didn't even think about that, yeah.
What brought it up was I didn't even remember until Mark brought it up to me this past week.
But doesn't George R. R. Martin have a hand in
a little
writing
bit?
it? So
what he usually does is now that we're past the books, he kind of gives them little hints for what's going to happen with the books that he has not yet finished. For all my book readers out there, George R. R. Martin, what are you doing? Finish the books. Finish the books. My book readers want to read them. There. I helped you guys out a little bit. But the thing that I feel like this will play in is because right now, Cersei and Daenerys requested an audience with Cersei. And the whole plan on Daenerys' side is we are going to capture a White Walker, which is this brings in Jon's story a little bit going beyond the wall. At first, I was like, oh shit, he's going to be met by that huge army and they are going to lose. But I just thought of now, their goal isn't to wipe out the White Walker army.
No, not right now.
Their goal is to capture one. Keep it alive, bring it back to Daenerys, and when that audience happens, show Cersei this is what is coming.
Yeah, that's the thing I was trying to ask you earlier, is how do you think, because that thing's just one large mass. It's not like they're separated.
You're not just going to pick one off.
Yeah, how are they supposed to do that with that huge, massive army there?
Well, see, that's the problem. And Jon, the thing that, and that's why when he didn't go to Winterfell, and he went straight to the wall, I was like, fuck, go to Winterfell. Because if he goes to Winterfell, not only does Bran tell him about his history and who his real father is and who his real mother is, but also you get that Bran can tell him, dude, there are a ton of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Because Bran knows. Bran was flying through with the three-eyed raven, and he was just looking at
checking
going
all
from
of it out.
Each. And when the Night King looked at him, scurried.
It was nuts, wasn't it?
It was very weird. And that's when Bran just was like, whoosh, and snapped out of it. Like, whoa, okay, this is happening.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's going to be because even the after, like next week on Game of Thrones, usually they throw us a few teases. This one was basically, this is what's going to happen.
This is the shit that's going down.
It's basically going to be, I'm going to say, as good of an episode as we saw for episode 4.
Yeah.
Because really then after that, we got one more episode and we're done with season 7. But it'll be interesting to see how Jon and all of them capture a White Walker. Because when it was the Brotherhood with the Hound, they were talking to them in the cell, and they're basically like, the one guy's like, well, it doesn't matter, and Jon's like, it doesn't matter, we're all on the same side. And Gendry looks at him and is like, well, how? And he goes, we're all breathing.
Yeah.
And then he unlocks it and lets them out.
Yeah, because, I mean, right now, Jon knows the ultimate thing is no one's against... It doesn't matter human against human, alive against alive. Cersei versus Daenerys, Jon versus anyone in the South. That's not the important thing. It's everything above the wall.
Well, and also, this is me kind of diving a little deep, which I usually don't do.
Yeah.
It's human nature. It is human nature to think, oh, that threat over there, or like that in our lives, that problem over there, that ain't going to affect me. That's never going to happen to me.
Yeah.
And then a few years later, you're like, fuck, it's happened to me. Why didn't I see it coming? Mm-hmm. That's where they are living right now. I feel like everyone in the North is like, we got to band together. The White Walkers are coming, because Jon already showed the families and the armies of the North, this is what's coming. And he's had proof. Having the wildlings there to be like, this is coming, and banding those together, the North already knows what's coming.
Yeah.
It's the South that Daenerys and Cersei are kind of going through their little cat fight. I'm going to say their cat fight right now.
Yeah.
Because in relation to the White Walker threat, that's what it is. It's a little cat fight.
Yeah.
Compared to the bigger war. And really, because they're so far south, Cersei and Daenerys are like, no, we're good. We're good. Like, part of me was like, if Daenerys wanted to, I know she won't, because there's a chance that she could lose a dragon, especially with that White Walker army. I'm not going to assume that they're not capable of doing that.
Yeah, exactly.
But part of me feels like she could decimate that White Walker army, sending all 3 dragons with Jon.
Probably.
Send the dragons, wipe them out, and then get back to what you're doing.
But then that's the one thing you got to think about now. You don't know.
Then we don't have a TV show. I get that.
Yeah, we don't have a TV show. Not just that. I was more so going to say, just now thinking when you talk about that, what if that...
How are they going to survive in the cold?
Well, no. I mean, they're internally fire. True. So what's going to happen? Like, you saw what the Night King did to the crows. A swarm of crows.
What is he going to do to a dragon?
What effect does he have on a dragon?
If he looks at a dragon and it fucking... Oh, and it spazzes out.
Yeah, exactly.
With Daenerys on it,
or just spazzes out in general. Like it spazzes out, just goes down, and then you got the army that now they have a dragon on their side.
Yeah, you don't want to take that chance.
Exactly.
No, you're right.
I mean,
you're right. You don't want to like.
May or may not.
That's why I said I'm not going to assume that they can't take down a dragon.
Exactly.
I'm not going to assume that, but my first reaction is just send a fucking dragon.
Yeah, no, that's what probably everyone
thinks. Fire beats ice every fucking time. Put an ice cube on a stove, it melts. Ice will never beat fire unless it's water. But then it's not ice, it's water.
It's just unfrozen water or unfrozen ice.
But it's not ice, it's water. The consistency's different. But yeah, I'm excited with Jon and them for the next episode. I can't wait, though, until Jon gets back to Winterfell, because there's a ton of shit going on there, too.
He's going to learn a ton of shit. And by that, Samwell might be there, too.
That,
back
too.
at Winterfell.
But I wanted to ask you, what do you want to get into first? Arya and Littlefinger or Arya and Sansa?
I think it all connects together, but let's talk Arya and Littlefinger. It's a little more interesting for them.
I thought that was the one you were going to go to. I want to ask you this, because you mentioned this as we were watching it.
Yeah.
So Arya was watching Littlefinger. The first thing she saw, he's talking to one of the
a woman,
like common folk woman,
and just hands her some money.
She whispers him something. He gives her money. My first thought, his little bird, just like Varys, my little bird, telling me what...
He just pays for information, though, instead of having little birds.
Yes. Well, obviously, adults are... You need to pay adults. Children, you can just say, here's a piece of candy.
Ooh, a piece of candy.
That's literally what he did. Here's a piece of candy.
Yeah, anyway.
And then he also talks to 2 other guys and walks away.
Yeah, those were the 2 guys that were bringing something up to Sansa.
Yes.
But we'll get back into that a little bit.
And then she sees him come and give him a scroll.
Yeah.
And he goes, thank you.
The maester gives him a scroll.
Thank you. I will take this.
Thank you on behalf of Lady Sansa.
Yeah, so basically he's acting as her hand. And Arya breaks into the room. She finds a scroll. And here's what I want to ask you.
Yeah.
When she exits, Littlefinger sees her. Was that scroll the right scroll, or was that a fake scroll that he planted because he figured that she was following him?
I think it's a plant because you saw him after she leaves the room.
One.
He's standing like this, like his little creep stance.
Well, not just that. After the first time we saw her spying on him, he looks and she's gone.
Yeah.
Just because he looked, at first I'm like, oh, he's just making sure he's not being watched. But then after seeing that, I'm like, oh, he knows she's watching.
Yeah.
This is going to be an interesting fight.
He's a sneaky and a crafty little...
That's what you said.
Pardon my language. He's a sneaky and a crafty little fucker.
That's what you said during the episode.
That's exactly what I said during the episode.
That's exactly what you said.
And because he is. He's a backhanded little fuck.
I'll trust him as far as I could throw him. Which isn't far at all.
I'm not going to say that because...
Which isn't far at all. I don't trust Littlefinger with anything.
No.
If he was a real person, I wouldn't trust him with anything.
No, not a damn thing.
And he is basically, and this is going to be a raw kind of comparison, the Eddie Haskell of Game of Thrones. Leave It to Beaver style.
Yeah.
Kissing up to everybody in the higher power, the parents.
Yeah.
But then behind the king and queen's back, just a little fucking Eddie Haskell.
Yep.
Doing everything the wrong way, being on the bad side. But really, it's what
everything
his character
for himself.
is, because he's out to, like you said, be on the Iron Throne.
Yeah. He has a vision of him on the Iron Throne.
And now he can get there easier because now he has the title of Lord of the Vale.
Exactly.
He has the Vale.
Now he's actually
side.
a lord, so he can actually...
And that's another interesting part
in
that plays into this, because on the other side with Arya and Sansa, this kind of plays into that. When I was talking to Mark earlier this week about last episode, episode 4, he said Jon can't do anything to piss off Littlefinger, because Littlefinger could just say, fuck it, the Vale's gone.
Yeah.
Have fun without my army. And he needs that. He's like, Jon needs that army.
That's true.
He needs the Vale. And without Littlefinger, you don't have the Vale. However, Arya and Sansa have a little discussion this week, and literally Arya, because this was after the other lords were like, you know what, we voted for Jon to be our king, but we shouldn't have, you should be our queen, and basically just shit-talking Jon.
Yeah.
And I agree with Arya. All Sansa did was sit there. She sat there, and she fucking took it. And yeah, I know at the end she's like, well, no, Jon's our king, but how many politicians have you seen say the right thing, but they're thinking something else? Arya then hits her with it.
Oh, yeah, Arya just, like, no. I know you're full of shit. I know what you're thinking. And that's that you want to be queen, and you're not going to say anything. That's why you didn't defend Jon.
And she's like...
And she's not wrong.
I was just, like, that Sansa way, I was just taking complaints. I was just listening to their complaints.
Yeah, but Arya...
And I love what Arya hits her with. Basically, like, their opinions don't matter. And if they... And she's like, but what if they leave? And Arya, another savage, kind of a little Cersei-esque in a way, but she's basically like, they'd have to before they lose their head. Hard to leave when you're beheaded.
Yeah.
That showed like at first I was like, damn, fucking love Arya. But at the same time, I'm like, okay, that's a little Mad Queenish if you go that way. That's ruling with an iron fist, basically. Yeah. And that's not the way Jon would want to rule.
No, Jon wants people to be there because they...
Jon's a king of the people.
Exactly.
Let's be honest.
Jon is the king of the people.
Jon is the guy, if he was a real politician, He's out there putting gloves on, getting his hands dirty.
I'm helping you build this community.
Basically Jimmy Carter.
To make it better.
It's basically Jimmy Carter, right? Basically building houses for people. But no, seriously.
We need to make everyone's life better.
You know what else line I like that Arya hit Sansa with?
Huh.
Was when she mentioned something like, oh, this was Dad's.
Yeah, the bedroom.
And then she goes, well, what do you mean? She goes, oh, nothing. Like, oh, it's not important. And she goes, no, say what you mean. And Arya basically hits her with, you always wanted nicer things. You wanted to be better than us.
He's like, you like having nicer things so you can be better than everyone else.
Yeah.
So you can act like you're better than everyone else.
Exactly. And I was like, oh, that is sister honesty right there.
Yeah, it is.
Because Arya in like season 1, like the first time we saw Arya, would have never spoken up to Sansa like that.
No.
I don't even think Arya, when she was in King's Landing and Sansa was going to be married to Joffrey, I don't even think Arya would have stood up to her like that then.
No. She's been through a shit ton.
A girl knows no name. A girl has no face, Johnny.
There you go.
The faceless one. But no, just that whole scene was like, damn. And then she's like you said, she's like, no, you might not be acting like, oh, I'm not taking the throne, but no, you want to be queen.
Yeah.
You want the title. You want it all. Don't fucking, like, it was basically like, don't fucking fake with me, man.
Don't bullshit me.
Don't bullshit me. You know what you want. I know what you want. I'm your sister. I could see right through you.
Exactly.
That's what that was.
Calling her out on her shit.
And that's why I can't wait for Jon to get back. Because you know shit's going to hit the fan. A way where, like, I don't know what's going to happen first. Him finding out the information from Bran, or the information with Sansa and Arya. Because he even said, like, when they got the, I want to say it was the note from Daenerys, he reads it and he goes, I didn't even know Bran and Arya were alive. I thought they were dead. He's like, I thought they were dead. Mm-hmm. And I also like from Jon, he said the line of when Daenerys is like, I never said you can leave. And he goes, I'm a king. I don't have to wait for you to tell me that I can leave.
Yeah.
I'll leave if I want to leave. And then he left. But I want to ask you this. Could Jon die next episode? I'm just going to throw it out there.
I don't think he's going to.
I don't think so either.
He's got too much pivotal role right now for him to die.
Is someone in that group going to die?
Oh, yeah.
Is someone in that group going to die? You think so?
For sure.
You think who in that group, if you had to put your money on it?
I'm going to say one of the people from the Lord of the Light group, and possibly...
I hope not Gendry.
I'm hoping not Gendry either. I want to say...
fucking love Gendry.
I want to say it's one of the Lord of the Light guys, because they're kind of expendable. At least one of the three of them is expendable.
The guy drinking.
Possibly.
He would be the one.
And then I'm going to say...
Did Davos go with him?
Davos did not. Davos stayed behind because he's a liability.
Right. That's right. That's
but I'm trying to remember who called him. And yeah, I'm trying to...
The Wildling.
Yeah, the Wildling.
Yeah, Thurman.
Tormund. Giant's Bane.
Yeah.
I think he might be a target.
I hope not,
but I feel like he might be a target.
I'd rather see the Hound. I'd rather see Clegane die.
Maybe.
I'd rather see the Hound die than...
Rather see the Hound die, but the difference is, who would they make die and who do you want to die? Who you want to die is different than Game of Thrones style-esque of, hey, let's throw this at the dartboard. Okay, he's dying this week.
Yeah, no. I feel like that's what they do sometimes.
Yeah, I think the Tormund Giantsbane is what his name is. Might have a target on his back.
But the next thing I want to hit, because this is one... We still haven't hit... Really, in my head, I'm thinking two things.
Okay.
We haven't hit Gendry. We'll get to Gendry. That'll be kind of the last thing we touch about, because his was kind of a smaller role. Him and Tyrion and that side. We haven't hit Samwell.
Yes.
Samwell had a big part in this episode.
Yes, he did.
He had to where Bran's letter gets to the Maesters.
And they're having a little council meeting-ish type thing.
I hate the Maesters so much.
I hate them. No, I hate the top Maester.
Like, no, not even him. It was even the other Maester that was talking a lot.
That's true. He's being a douchebag, too.
It was like, and then they started mocking, oh, remember when they said this would happen? Remember when this would happen?
Remember when this would happen?
And I get it. Like, I get it. We're looking on the outside. We know things that the characters don't.
Yeah.
But you have a guy there that has seen it. However, let's be honest. How many times do you see the guy that's like, I've seen the light? And you're like, sure you have, buddy. Okay, walking by you. But yeah, just And the way Sam went out was basically like, because he was talking, and he's talking to his wife. I'm just going to call her his wife. And
basically.
She's telling him about all the things she's reading, how many steps are in the Capitol, how many steps are at the Citadel, which was great because he goes, well, technically 0. Technically, there's 0 steps.
Oh, yeah.
At the High Scepter.
Yeah.
And she goes, oh, yeah. But then she's talking this. She almost hit him with the fucking piece of information that he wanted.
Right?
About, like, Jon's true lineage.
Yeah.
Well, getting to that without knowing that Jon was made.
Was made.
But really, it would be like, if Samwell heard da-da-da and Stark, he'd be like, I gotta tell Jon. I gotta tell Jon. Jon needs to know. But I love how Samwell basically, fuck it. Taking it all, taking everything I need about the Night King and everything, putting it on the truck, and we're running away.
Yeah, no, he's just like,
I am done being a maester.
Looks up at the whole like sanctuary, says, fuck it, I'm done. I can't deal with this shit anymore.
Because it really showed him, like, are these people really out for the well-being of everybody?
No, that's the thing. They don't seem like they are. They're just, I want to learn. I'm going to sit in this place and
well, and even like
read.
Even the punishment was like, well, do you need more reading or more writing to get you? It's like, oh my God, really? That's the punishment you're gonna hit him with?
Yeah,
because
right?
like you're
for speaking out.
He spoke up, and like I couldn't stand the maesters in this, but I can't wait for Samwell's going back to Winterfell.
Oh yeah, he's going to Jon.
Where else would he go?
He's got nowhere to go.
What do you think happens with him when he gets to Winterfell? If it's next episode or the episode after that, what happens when he gets to Winterfell? Because he's going to get there before Jon gets back.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
When he gets to Winterfell, he's probably going to... They'll probably welcome him in some way, that like not the same way they did Arya originally. Because he'll say, hey, I got all this stuff. Because he probably has time to read on the way up there.
Didn't he leave right after... Because I'm trying to refresh my memory. He left after Jon was voted king.
Yes.
Yeah, so they know that he was there.
No. He was...
No,
when Jon was
he
still...
left before that.
When Jon was still Lord Commander.
Then he doesn't know Jon's in Winterfell. Does that mean he's going to the Wall? No, he does know that Jon's in Winterfell.
I think he knows that part.
Okay, so he is going to Winterfell.
Yeah.
My mind was seriously...
Because remember, he sent something to Jon.
That's right. He sent it to Jon at Winterfell, so he knows that he's going to Winterfell. My mind basically just skipped like he's going to the Wall? No, he can't go to the Wall. He's got to go to Winterfell.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I can't wait to see, because you know what would be interesting? Is because Jon's out fighting, Samwell comes. Samwell has a conversation with Bran, and basically they talk about things and eventually start talking about Jon. And that's kind of the first conversation we hear with the whole who Jon's real father is, so that Sam's let into that secret. I wonder if that's going to happen where
and then maybe
Sam and Bran will start talking and build a connection.
And then he'll realize like that one girl said about Rhaegar, I think it's pronounced. And he'll go, wait a minute.
Who the main dragon is named after, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Well, what? Not the main one. The other one.
Was the main one.
No.
Okay. One of them's named after Rhaegar.
Yeah, one of the other two is named after Rhaegar. That one is starts with a D. I forgot how to pronounce how she says it. But what I was gonna say is that maybe he'll like go, oh shit, she was about to say something about that, which could be really important. And then I don't know, maybe he'll have to go back to the Citadel. Or no, not the Citadel. What is it? Where the Maesters are, the capital. The capital.
Isn't it the capital?
No, I don't think so.
Where the Maesters
Where the Maesters. Let's stick with that. But the other thing he's going to have to find out at some point. Because
the dragons are Drogon, who's named after Khal Drogo.
Yeah.
Rhaegal, which is named after Rhaegar Targaryen. And then I'm going to say this wrong. Viserine, Viser.
Named after her other brother.
Yeah, named after Visery Targaryen, creamy white and gold markings. That's the dragon that one is.
Yeah.
Rhaegar's the green one.
Yeah.
So he's the green dragon.
Yeah, but here's the thing. The other thing he's gonna have to find out at some point
is his dad.
His dad and brother.
That's what I was just gonna.
He's the head of the house.
I was just gonna ask you how he finds out now, because the head maester was asked, "Did you tell him?" And he said, "No, I couldn't tell him.
Haven't had the heart to yet.
Haven't had the heart to tell him." How does he find out?
It's either going to be one of two things. He's going to stop by home.
I don't think so.
Well, I'm going to say, to me, it's going to be one of two things, because I think it's on the way up there.
The way he left home, though, he ain't going back. You remember how he left home, right?
Not 100%.
Basically, it was middle of the night. He said, "Fuck it, I'm leaving," and took the family sword. Remember that sword that was hung up on the wall? And his dad was like, "This, da da da." He took that sword and took it with him. Fucking said, "You know what? I'm fucking taking this." And he rode off with it. That's how he left. So I don't think he's going home. The only way he's finding out about his father right now is if he comes in contact with either Daenerys, Tyrion, Jon,
or Bran,
or Davos,
or Bran.
Do you think Bran knows?
Bran knows everything.
But doesn't he have to warg and actually see it?
No. He can warg. He can warg by the tree and do the three-eyed raven thing.
They could. Okay, you're right. They could do that cop out where Bran tells them.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Just
it could
to speed up the story a little bit.
A little bit. I mean, we only got 2 episodes left, unless he doesn't find out season 8.
How is that going to affect him though? Affect him that, you know what? I am now the head of the Tully household, because not only is my dad dead, my brother, who was the successor, is dead.
Well, the fact of that is that now Daenerys, and more so
they
Jon.
think the family's wiped out.
Well,
Daenerys and Tyrion think the family's wiped out.
But more so Jon has the Tully house on his side. So he can say, everyone from Tully house is going over to Jon.
He could say that.
He could. He's in charge of the Tully house now. That
army or those warriors that bent the knee.
Yeah.
They're no longer hers.
No. Because now, at first it's like, oh, well, you just wiped out a house. No, we didn't. We got one left.
Yeah.
We don't know about, apparently.
Because when they got burnt, my first reaction was,
yeah, you freaked out.
I was smiling. I was like, Samwell's the leader.
He's in charge. He's something now.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is what he wants to be.
Exactly.
He wants to be a bigger man.
I am so happy for Samwell. It's not just because I look like him. I am so happy for Samwell. You know how many times I've gotten that in my life?
A lot.
You know it's the worst?
Huh. When
you're on Tinder or Bumble, and the first message you get from a girl is, "You look like Samwell Tully." And I'm like, yes, I know. Especially when I have the thicker beard, the longer hair, I look like Samwell Tully. It's like, yes, I know I look like Samwell. Or when they go, "Samwell," and it's like, no, that's not my name. My name's not Samwell. But the last thing I want to hit is Gendry. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing I want to hit is, first off, the scene. Davos finds him. I'm going to continue to call him Bravos because that's what his name sounds like. Davos finds him.
Davos.
And basically, the best thing was, "Yeah, I want you to come with me." He goes, "Fuck it," and just drops everything. And he's like, "Really? You're just going to come with me?" And he's like, "Yeah, you think I want to make weapons for the people that killed my father? No, thank you. I'm out of here."
Just nope, done.
But not only that, when Tyrion passed the guards who were already going to leave him alone, I immediately, I'm like, fuck, he can't walk past him. And you were like, no, they're not going to recognize him. And I'm thinking, no, it's going to be hard to fucking miss that scar on his face.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot about the scar.
Basically, Gendry going full badass mode, hits the one on the head with the hammer, crunch, and then another right in the fucking face.
Oh my God, the one in the face was nuts.
It's hammer time, Johnny.
Yes.
It is hammer time.
He said he was better with a hammer.
And he proved it, man.
Yeah.
Those guards didn't have a chance against that hammer. And you know what I loved most about him in this episode? Is when he met Jon for the first time. It was basically like, yeah, you know what? I'm on your side. My dad fought with your dad. They were friends. There's no reason why I can't trust you. My dad trusted your dad. Well, your dad. My dad trusted your dad. So, you know what? I can trust you. If my dad trusted Ned, I can trust you.
This is just a Ned to Rhaegar thing. He may be your father, but he ain't your daddy.
Yeah, he may be your father, but he ain't your daddy.
Yeah.
But
little Guardians of the Galaxy.
I
in there.
loved it too because even the part where John's like, "Oh, you're Robert's son. You're a little leaner than your father," and he goes, "Yeah, you're a little shorter." Ned was tall though.
He was, but the look on John's face is like, "Well, screw you too."
Well, screw you too. But I can't wait to see how they play out.
Yeah,
because now there's a greater theory. We get to go back to the theory, and this is how we'll end, of Dragon Rider theory. There are some people that believe the 3 that can ride dragons in the end are Daenerys, Jon, and Tyrion. There are others that believe that it's going to be Daenerys, Jon, and Gendry. That those are the 3 that are basically the dragon riders of the 3 dragons that we have.
Could be.
Because we have 3 dragons. We know Jon's a dragon rider. What he did with Drogon today was phenomenal.
It was.
Basically just, I'm going to take off my glove and just dragon whisperer. Just the dragon. Jon Snow adding another title. Fuck you, Daenerys. The dragon whisperer. And you might be the dragon queen, but I'm the dragon whisperer.
I can calm your dragon down.
That's basically what he did. And like how he calmed that dragon down. I'm surprised that Daenerys wasn't more shocked.
Right?
Where she was just like, "Oh, they're beautiful, aren't they?" And he goes, "I was thinking of another word." But
trying to play it off.
What did you think of that? We'll end on that.
That was an amazing scene.
That scene and the whole dragon thing.
Oh my God. Just the detail they put into the dragon was amazing.
Well, that's where the budget went.
Yeah, that's true. But
that's why we can't get a full 13 episodes. The
Exactly,
budget went all the way to that.
Just all in that detailed dragon.
That's also why we can't get direwolves.
Yeah.
We can't get Arya's direwolf because we spent all the money on dragons.
Exactly. I mean, it's kind of amazing just to see like him reach out to the dragon and the whole, because he was like a pissy dragon when he.
Yes. Well, he's just he's kind of like Khal Drogo.
Exactly. And then what happens is Jon just, I don't know where Jon like came to thought, because you would think most people would not take a glove off and touch a dragon. Nonetheless.
Well, Jon's not a pussy.
That's true. Jon is not a pussy.
Putting it frankly, I'm sorry for language there. That's
well, like anyone in the north, you gotta be frank.
Yeah, no, he's not a wuss, is basically what I'm saying.
He's not, but I mean, and then you would think that any normal person, the dragon would probably bite that fucking hand off.
Yeah. No,
but not Jon.
Do you think the dragon could sense that he's a Targaryen?
I think there's something in there that he can tell he's a Targaryen.
Or was it he couldn't tell until Jon touched him and the dragon could feel there's Targaryen blood in there? I
think, if anything, the dragon could either smell it. Cause I think the dragon, if nothing else, can smell it or sense it. Because dragons are also mythical, or not mythical, but they're magical in some sense. And the idea is that maybe he can sense that, oh, this is another Targaryen, which is why Mother Dragons I listen to. Not the other two so well as much as him. But it's like, what if he gets to ride Rhaegar?
Well, that would be the most
fitting.
Like, if there's anyone, that's the one I think Jon rides.
That's what I think so too.
Because it's his father's name.
Exactly, the one named after his father.
That's the one named after his father.
Back to what we were talking about. I think it will. Where was I going with that?
With how the dragon can sense.
Yeah, I think it can sense like Targaryen blood because I mean, it doesn't let anyone else ride them. Doesn't let anyone else except Targaryens control them. And I'm gonna use control loosely because I don't know how this is the only Targaryen we're getting any idea of without reading the books.
Yeah, and I mean the one thing I'm kind of looking at is I'm trying to see if there's a connection between what the dragons are named after, because like you said, the first one is named after Khal Drogo. Of course, that's going to be Daenerys' dragon.
Yeah,
like that's
it's the one that listens to her.
It's the one named after her husband or her late husband because he's dead.
Yeah,
at this point, he's now Aquaman. But also we have Rhaegar because that's Jon's father.
Yeah,
like Jon's father. He doesn't know that yet. The only thing I can think of is, for the one named after her brother, who would fit that? Who would fit that connection?
Yeah.
I don't know if Tyrion, like, out of the two that people think, Tyrion and Gendry, the only thing I can think of is maybe Gendry. And the reason why is I'm looking right now, and the description for the brother is Prince of House Targaryen, whose father was Mad King Aerys, was usurped by King Robert. So basically, you know what? Varys isn't there. The next rightful heir to the throne, if it was going male-wise, would be Gendry.
That's true.
So that's who gets to... But also, it's like, well, does Gendry have Targaryen in him? There are some people that think Tyrion has some sort of Targaryen in him. We don't know for sure who's going to ride that third dragon.
That's a good question.
We do know that Daenerys and Jon, boom, Targaryen set, they can ride dragons. Do you think we'll get Jon riding a dragon by the end?
I find it questionable just because, I mean, wow, we haven't even gotten him as labeled Targaryen in the series yet.
Oh, I can't wait.
I want that to happen.
Do you think that happens at the season 7 finale?
Yes, I'm really hoping it does. I think it does.
Or do you think they cliffhang us into season 8?
Ooh, please don't do that. Please don't do that.
Jaime Lannister cliffhanger into season 8.
But for a full year.
Yeah, into season 8.
Please don't do that.
Any final thoughts? Anything we missed about... This is probably our longest reaction. Anything did we miss with Eastwatch?
No. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what happens next week over the wall.
Beyond the wall, I can't wait.
Yeah, or what else? I mean, not just that. What else is going to happen back home? Because obviously, I don't think we're going to get strictly beyond the wall. We're probably going to get a little bit here and there of what's happening next. Like the armistice between Daenerys and
they got to
Cersei.
They got to get the White Walker first.
Yeah. But I mean, they're going to have a meeting at some point.
Yeah, they got to get the White Walker before they can have the meeting.
There's going to be more talk at the armistice.
I think most of it's going to be beyond the wall.
Yeah, most of it is.
Most of it will. I can't wait for that battle, though. I cannot wait for that battle because they are going to meet and they are going to be outnumbered.
Oh, yeah.
They are totally going to be outnumbered. But this is where I want to turn things on to you. This has been, like I said, our most lengthy Game of Thrones episode reaction for Season 7. Let us know down below anything that you think. And it's okay to disagree with us. Let us know what you think of anything we talked about. Is there anything that we missed in this episode? We didn't talk about you're like, guys, you got to talk about this. This is what I think. Let us know down below in the comment section. Also, make sure to hit that subscribe button so that you're always active and always aware of when we come out with our Game of Thrones episode reactions. Sadly, we have only 2 more for the season, but we will be doing these again for episode 8 and really on the Rick and Johnny
season
podcast. 8. Well, season 8. And really for Rick and Johnny podcast, we talk Game of Thrones. And in the off season, we'll get to theorize more about what's going on here in episode 7 going into our season 7 going into season 8. Really, it's been 5 and I still can't understand the word season and the words episode.
Someday he'll get it.
Someday. Maybe by the series finale, I'll finally understand the difference between those 2 words. But I want you guys to comment down below, hit that sub button. Thank you guys for watching today. And as always, have a good day, everybody.